But don't you worry, you still got Tina here with a little extra. Oopsies! I have horse. I have hoof. There you go, darling. Please work with me. Okay, you're coming with me then, my lady. Okay. All right. I have something to report. Report. I've got something to report. Okay. Well, ta-da! I'm alive. What do we want to say? Well, this is the landscape. This is part C, because I'm going to do some prophesizing. And yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. Part C, the landscape. Its artists may or may not be pluralized. And its forecasters that may or may not be pluralized as well. Thanks so much. All right, let's get a little ready here. So I have something to report, and I shall tell you. First, we're going to cover the header cards. Left side, I got the Four of Swords. Something to think about, something to chew on. The things I do with my cards. Anyway, this is the teacher. Pay attention. Wake up. Pay attention. The blackboard. It's on the wall. That's what it's saying. What do they say? Something? It's on the wall? I'm hearing something's in the water. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I've got Three of Swords here. Pay attention. There's something that's meant to cause heartbreak here. Okay, this is a lesson in heartbreak. But this is mediated heartbreak, disappointment, etc. When you hold the sword, you're taking command. You're putting some thought, some extra mindfulness into the situation. It's pretext? It's context as in a certain timeline, and then you gauge the profitability, the success rate, etc. Within its potential range as well. So this is on the receptive side. Okay, pay attention. And on the doing side, I cannot stress that enough. It might be a little exhausting to process in its like receptivity, like what do I do with this? And here I am recording what's going on. So crazy thing, I just we've been watching Superatural. Probably it was probably aired like a long time ago, but this is my first time watching it. And we're in the part last night, which is crazy. Last night was the Christmas edition of it. And it taught me, how do I say it? It didn't teach me, but it shifted my perspective and taught me to align with that perspective very easily in its understanding of like what these special holidays are meant to bring for us, what kind of engagement it encourages. And today, that means today, it was no more than 10 minutes ago, we finished the episode where that was very much in alignment with the channeling of like the good side. My last one, right? The dark side and the light side having a common goal. And it caught that in its full capacity, like verified it on the last like 2 minutes of the I wanted to say special of the evening program of the series, that episode. So Just a reminder that this is an episode, and that particularly reminded me of like the practices of like witchcraft and how people will take your belongings and work with demons and incantation type of work to maim, if not uh, kill off another being. And these are flags because I keep getting like the word Sam, or the name Sam in the past like 72 hours. I've been getting that like here and there, and I'm like, who's Sam? Who's Sam? And then there were like 2 or 3 instances that happened. And then what else did I want to tell you? And that reminded me, like, in the new forum that I'm at, like, I remember like eating an apple, or discarding of some items that were my trash, but like with what is that understanding is that someone else's trash is someone else's treasure, right? And so I have a feeling, based on the interactions simultaneously that was happening while I was eating my apple, or like disposing of certain things, and being watched here and there. I told you, I forget. I forget a lot of the time when I step out of my house, that that there's, I'm in a different world. Like I'm in a room, in a space full of closeted practitioners, and they all are vying for, my whatever is perceived of wealth, in my being. And because they could give a shit less about what I represent. It's more of the tangibles and the power of attainment. And so, what did I want to say? I remember talking to a girl, and I was discarding the rest of my apple. And as I was discarding it, a piece like that I had bitten off, that like wasn't in the major part of the bite, had fallen off onto the floor. And she caught eyes on that, and I thought, oh, maybe it like looked disgusting, because it looked disgusting to me. Like, and it was, and I threw it in the trash. I picked it up. I was like, because that's me. Like, that's gross. I'll pick it up from the floor, even though it's just the floor, and throw it in the trash. So I did that, and she was paying attention the whole time, almost to a silence. And this is the first time that, like, I think I've maybe, or second time that I've talked to the girl. So I think people are taking whatever I've discarded in this new forum in order to do spell work, to kind of like dumb me down in a certain way. I'm pretty sure, because no more than an hour or 2 before watching that episode, that like kind of crunched it all together, there there was something saying in one of my feed that somebody's trying to do mirror magic on me, and trying to flaw me in some kind of way. And I was like, okay, like, it didn't all pair up until like I got all of the facts together. And TMI, okay, I had my period like a while ago, and it, like, good, whatever. I'm just saying, like, that was kind of abnormal in its, like, I'm too young to be experiencing menopause right now. So something was awkward with the, like, it was simultaneous. It was almost, how do I say it? Because there's like so much, it just like, it blows my mind about like how all of it comes together. Like, I have so much assistance, not like, but I do have so much assistance that those that are reporting to me are like, here you go, here you go, here you go. I don't have to call in for the submissions. It's just a natural report too. And so when I linked that up with my period, like, it wasn't even like an extension of a period. It was like I didn't know what was going on with me. I thought I was like, maybe I was super stressed out, like just, I don't know, like I thought there was something going on with me, but I didn't do anything. I don't have any issues, except for like those certain things that just happened simultaneous to this environment. So anyway, there was, it was like, it wasn't, it was crazy. It wasn't even like fresh. I know people are going to go ick on this, but it wasn't even like fresh blood. That's why I was like, if you go to the doctor and it's like, if you're spitting up blood and it's dark blood, then that's very, 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 very bad. And so for me, that's what was happening. And it wasn't like a continuous flow. It was just like, what's on here? What's in there? It was just like, it's just very random, very, very spread out. The intervals were not like, okay, there, and then there, and then there. And it wasn't like that. It was just like a good chunk, and then, I mean, like a time, and then it happens, and then another good chunk of time, and then it happens. So it's just, it felt like scheduled, like, I don't know, it was weird, like organized is what I want to say. And because of all of these things coming together, from visualization, from hearing it to visualization, based on the experiences, and then, or experience, then visualization externally, and then, or no, hearsay, or the audio, and then visual, and then the realization of it, like all like just coming together, is, that's what I'm saying. That's what I have to report. If somebody's doing some kind of, like, I protect my space. And so, the last girl, her name is Chanel, I think. She impeded on my space. Like, I haven't even freaking met her or whatever. She impeded on my space, which was meant to, like, house and protect, like carry on an extension, because her stuff was kind of encroaching, if not touching on my space, to you know, like as a trespasser. So she will be handled for sure. She will be handled. The others that have taken from me, they will be handled. And what was the other one? There was something else that had happened. So I started noticing split ends today too, when I had already trimmed it like a few weeks ago, like 2 or 3 inches, and it's fine and healthy, and they look kind of fine right now. But there's that, the blood, the mirror magic thing. There was one other thing. Oh, my necklace had broke. That's why I had to redo it. And so I had to replace like a couple of stones that were not caught. But I remember when I dropped, when it broke off of me, at a certain point in time, where I was able to like gather this stuff, 2 other girls rushed out of nowhere to help. Like, oh, let me, like, they it was crazy. That's how they came. They came like, oh, let me, what I just saw. And I saw one girl pick up something from the floor and pocket it like right away. And she looked very, she was a white girl. And she was quite short. And she didn't have the same role as I did. And that's enough to say, enough to tell, other than what cameras can tell. But I'm pretty sure she stole one of my pieces on here. So anyway, I deprogrammed that, erased the memory from imprint from that, once I got the notice. And so things will be handled. Pay attention. Cannot stress that enough. Okay? So there's a huge emphasis here on the doing side. Like, something has to be done. Like, you see, I just noticed, like, she wasn't just like, oh, damsel in distress. No, look, her hand is touching the sword, like the helm of the sword. Something has to be done about this. And so it will, it shall. And it not only can and is possible, but it will be done. So regardless of the age, social status, or whatever the frick, no one's going to disrespect me. And so they're going to learn some lessons. They're going to learn some lessons for sure. My divine panel, what do you want to tell me? Knight of Pentacles facing the lovers. Okay. So there's a delivery of a message to my kin folk, my most trusted bonds. Yeah, right choice. Yeah. Right choice in telling us, Tina. Bottom of the deck. 2 of Swords and then 5 of Swords. You know, 2 of Swords is blocked off now. You can't get to me. 5 of Swords is having the 1-up. You see? Having to engage in battle and 1-up. So, this is a massive, like, cunt block is what I want to say. Okay. So, and in fact, Chanel kind of looks like that. Kinda, you know? And yeah, I think what's going on top of, oh my god, the top of the deck. Ace, what? I aced the test, basically. 3 of Swords, right? Pay attention. So what they're telling me, my divine panel, is kindly saying, pay more attention to your environment and carry over your learnings. And that in that way, you're protecting yourself. And that way, you're not tempting others to F around in your energy. Because Lord knows what's going to happen to them. Or devil knows what's going to happen to them, you know? And I have no qualm, no remorse about what will happen to them for doing this to me. For even the attempts, because I'm still here. I'm still looking good. I'm still feeling good. I'm still getting ish done. And I will have to say there's a granular effect in infuriating. Infuriating. Is that how you say it? Infuriating. Infuriated. Yeah, infuriating me. And so, you know, when I'm big mad, things happen. But thankfully, I'm now able to manage my temperament, so that there's more focus on the aims for discipline. So my crew, Echelon Energy, definitely know this. And so let's handle it, okay? All right, my divine panel, what do you want to tell me in this part C? I need to know about basis, the landscape. It's artist. We'll just say singular for right now. Artist. And it's forecasters. 5 of Swords again. Forecasters. Tina, you have the 1-up. The Fae are saying, like, don't let it get to you. You know, it's just one of them things that happen on the battlefield. And you're just moseying along and you're enjoying the landscape. And then here this comes like a hailstorm out of nowhere. So you got to think like, okay, where is that rooted from? Anyway. And I got multiple things on my feed about Chanel without even saying, like, I usually don't mention names, but my goodness, people. I don't mind on this one. There's no hesitation in saying that because it was so exacting. The other one, I have to keep an eye on. But maybe I don't. I feel like, you know, the Fae, and because they have this more comprehensive, like a more extended view, let's say a longer timeline of capturing the details. Let's say like the time capsule type of pictures where you see something bloom or whatever, or a hunt. It's kind of like that. Or a picture every day, that kind of development. So what they're saying here, the Fae here, is like, I don't know what you're complaining about, Tina. But it's not with that tone. It's just in another phrasing. I don't know what you're complaining about, Tina. You won. You're good. Okay. So in a better way to describe that, they're saying we got him. We got him. Like the message is right here. It's all leading to, like, we pinpointed the energy. This is they're saying like we're bulletproofing you. You see? Because like it's almost it's almost annexed together as close as possible without overlap. So this is almost like a shield, like a fan. And so that's 8 of Swords. They're staying put. Oh my God, they're captured. They're being held like hostage. Like their gifts are even if it's the gifts of charm, gifts of being able to make more money, gifts of finagling, this and that, they're fucked. They are seriously fucked now. In a holding tank, like quarantined, like sprayed down, quarantine, like almost like Holocaust style. I know that's like a trick. I'm sorry. But there's something about it that's very much deserved in its discipline. Not talking about the Holocaust. I'm talking about the hosing down of, or like, it was a racist or whatever, like I forget. Civil rights movement type of energy, hosing down. This kind of irresponsible endeavors in witchcraft is engaging and due to be confronted with the biggest, nastiest bullshit. It's now when people target me, the comeback, I don't just like, it's not just me an expression of me as a comeback, but there's a comeback, like a return to sender energy. Like, what do you call it? There's different ways to say fuck you. I think one is like thumbs up from olden days. There's that. There's that. There's what else? The middle finger. But there's several ways in which the multiverse is acknowledging that singular language of fuckery and magnifying it to a multitude because of what I represent, because they care about what I represent, what we represent, and like kind of like stirring it up like that, like a whisk, almost like a mixer of all languages possible, and throwing it back. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Let me just double check. What's a clarifier for that? My divine panel of 8. Page of Pentacles in reverse and the High Priest Hierophant, for sure. They are speaking on my behalf, the powers that be. Like, hold up. This is like the putting a stop, putting an end to it. So they've got me like in a separate holding tank, like in Hangman view. Like, you, Tina, just invest in yourself. You scoot along. Don't mind about them. Don't mind if they're gonna call you a tattletale, whatever. We'll handle it. Don't worry about it, okay? You don't need to know the details of what's gonna happen to them. I will handle it. That's awesome. Thank you. So this energetic also knows both keys of Solomon. Or is it the greater and the lesser key of Solomon? And they're handling it for me. This is an elder who has like an antenna, you see? It's old school. It's wooden antenna, almost like a hiking stick. Wherever they go, like I'm able to reach them, or they are able to reach me. So they're not constantly tuned into me, but they can reach me whenever, like, it's kind of like it kind of, like vibrates, like something, it's like a radar. Okay. All right. My divine panel, what else do you want me to say? What else do you want to tell me? I am going to also do some crystal ball reading. I've never done it here before. The scrying that I mean, I've done scrying on here before, but this is different with a quartz crystal ball. Oh, in fact, I have it right here. This book that I told you that I got for 50 cents. Oh, shit. Okay, whatever fell, but I'll get it. This. And it landed on this. I put my finger right there. It's on page 167, but it allotted to 166 to 167. This is a quartz crystal ball, transpersonal point, clear. Basic tool for scrying and obtaining psychic information in the form of visual images. Promotes communication with the light, aids reception of the physically derived information and channeling. Aids in seeing the past, present, and future. Aids in seeing or locating people, animals, or objects. Enhances visualization and meditation, obtains visual imagery and information of all kinds. And it says, note, crystal balls for scrying can be made of many kinds of gemstones and can be of any size. This information is primarily for the clear quartz crystal balls. And this is the first crystal ball that I think I've ever like really gotten of this size. Now, there's a story behind this. I think I've mentioned this before. The person that I bought this from, I'll say, the person that sold it to me, the vendor that did, was at a show, and I think her name was like something like Shenandoah or Shannon whatever. It was something like Shenandoah or whatever. And she and her man, they're big, husky. Like I'm not bashing any of it. I'm just saying, physically, like if I'm doing like a sketch or whatever. They were both large and somewhat tall. Her boyfriend was taller or whatever. Anyway, I was like, why are these so low? Why are they so low in price? Why are you selling them for 70%? What's going on? Because it was like a huge percentage off. And they're just so beautiful. What happened? And she said, oh, well, we hit some hard, like things were just getting, they were just very vague on the difficulty. And so I think that was going to be her last or second to last show. I was like, this is lovely. I got a few things from them, but this was the main one that caught my eye. It was on the like showcase, thing. And so I was like, I was talking to her while her husband was wrapping it up, but it looked so sketchy because he was at this podium and there was like some hiding, like it was shady the way it was being packaged. And it wasn't that much stuff. I was carrying other stuff at the time. And she said, oh, he'll walk you to your car. Don't worry about it. Well, he'll help you. And so I never got to reopen it to check it until I got home. And meanwhile, in talking to her, she was talking shit about another vendor that I frequently go to that I absolutely think highly of. And they may or may not work within, the dark side or left-handed path. But I find them to be quite knowledgeable. And there's so much more substance to a person than what they practice. So, and he's been always very kind to me. And so, what else do I want to say about this? So she was talking shit on him. And I was like, what is all this? So then I was livid because I was really new to the spiritual program thing. And I noticed that there were cracks and almost like glue here. I noticed that this is a broken piece. This is it. You see? There, I don't know if you can see it, but this was not the one that was in the case. You see it? Like, you see it? Like, they sold me something different. Okay. So I had to let go of being pissed off and remember that this is a sentience in its own. Quartz powers our phones, our laptops, etc. So you cannot undermine the validity and the power of what these can bring. And what she told me was that, oh yeah, some girl or someone that I had just spoken to had purchased a bunch of things from that vendor, and they were all bad. She showed me to them, and they were so bad that she had to not just let go of them, but she had to drop them off, like, far, like travel a distance to release them. And that doesn't sound right. That does not. There's a complete polarity with identities. So anyway, let's get back to here. All right. So I did this offline. The first part of the reading of this, and I don't see it anymore. Maybe I do. Hold on. I saw a toucan, a large toucan with a large nest, and it looked like other birds were approaching it, like dark, but I think they were like younglings coming through, if not of a different breed, to send messages to me. So that's one thing, and I feel like the second half is more correct, but let me just double check. Toucan, I did not look up what the spirit totem of a toucan is, so I gotta find out, because I think that's what I represent here. So let's find it out. Toucan, bird, and again, Toucan Sam, right? That was one of the ones. So toucan, bird, spirit, totem. So this one, the toucan, with its distinctive large bill and vibrant colors, emerges as a spirit totem rich in symbolism and meaning. This exotic bird, native to the tropical forest, embodies the essence of self-expression, vibrant communication, and the beauty of diversity. Okay, it symbolizes sharing wisdom and engaging in public speaking. That is crazy. Okay, the bird, due to its social skills, acts as a symbol of socializing and stage work. That is freaking crazy. The toucan is a symbol of playfulness and intelligence that has been used quite successfully by advertisers and ... Okay. Okay. So negative. Okay, in a dream, a toucan could okay, I'm not doing that. Okay, but I'll just read it. In a dream, a toucan could represent a weakness in faith or boldness in who God has called you to be. And we just talked about polarities here. The personality of a toucan is curious and are very entertaining and fun to watch, hop around, and interact with people. Like parrots, they love to do their routines. Yeah. Toucans are important in the tribal societies of Central and South America. The toucan is used as a symbol for the tribe and is seen as having a connection with the spirit world. Who'd have freaking guessed? That's crazy. Okay, now I want to re-find it where it is. Okay, so toucan, so I can show you. Here, I need another light on. Just kidding. Okay, so the imagery kind of changes when I turn on the light. Okay, here I found it. I found it. Oh, shh. Okay, give me a second. Oh, gee. Okay. So I can show you. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see exactly, precisely what I'm talking about. Okay. So looking at this right here, I don't know if you can see it. Okay. There is... Where are you? Looks different on the phone. Okay. Toucan. Here, let me look at it off screen. Oh, you can see me not shave my legs. Hold on. Bop, 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 bop. The detail is Okay, there we go. Okay, I found it. Right. Credit. Okay, maybe I need to turn off one of the lights. Let me turn off. I can't really see it. But hold on. Hold on, let me see. Where are you? Toucan. Oh, yeah. You can see it now. I think you can see it now. Right here. Okay. So there's the outline of the bird. Okay, that's where the crack is. Okay. Of the crystal. Okay. Then there's that large part here. Okay. And then there's that whole bowl of nest. And then you can't really see here because why do my legs look so like prickly? They're not. What the heck? Okay, so look at that smile right there. But anyway, all these things like look like little birds, you know, that are coming through. You see a lot more detail on there, but anyway, now that I have shown you that, it's hard to capture on here, so I'm just going to read it as I, you know, go through. But that makes a lot of freaking sense. Holy crud. Okay. But like the nest, first I noticed there was a platform here. So, in the nest, it's not like a basket weave that has shoots like sprawling out. Nor is it a basket weave where you can feel the ridges of that interweaving. This is a flat form, like this is level, okay? A level playing ground that I am overseeing. This toucan anyway. Spirit totem. I've never had a toucan spirit totem. It's like, so I never had to like look it up. It was freaking crazy. This toucan also like around it's like on the big part of its beak, right below it is what appears to be a bell. So, I think it's more like it's like a brass bell. It looks heavy. It looks dark, and it's like in its weight. And so this is like ringing the bell, like basically an alarm system. There are also fae here. I see one in particular that is coming very, very close. In fact, I'm not the one that's always ringing the bell. It looks like here the fae is ringing it for me. Interesting. And then I see a baby ibis. In fact, a week and a half or so ago, I went on one of my walks. I decided to like go someplace different. But it wasn't as culturally inclusive in its species. It's not known to be, but I saw a freaking black ibis on that walk. Then day 2, I decided to go back because it just seemed like it worked for me. And I saw a pelican in the water, and it was very, very, very close. No, it was a stork. I took a picture of it anyway. I think it was long beak too. It was long beaks. All of these are long beaks. What the frick? What does that mean? Got a lot to say. Well, the mouth, in its magnified form, is a representation of like being used, being gifted to be used as another tool. So this is very important here. I don't know what ibis, like what that means, but I'll have to look it up. And then, so the second day that I went there were two ibis, black ibises. I've only seen white. So let me go ahead and look that up now. Where's my phone? Where did I put it? What the heck? Where did I put you? Did I put you back? Yeah, I put you back. I just didn't plug you in. Okay. So we're going to look up the ibis spirit totem. And I'm pretty sure it was, I don't know, I have to look it up. So ibis teaches you how to find the strength you can draw from meditation and prayer, all the while showing you how to embrace your What? Yeah, so it was that, the ibis. Teaches you how to find strength and draw. Okay. All the while showing you how to embrace your community or tribe. What the frick? That's crazy. Delve deeply in this ibis symbolism and meaning to find out how, okay, to support you, okay. Long-legged bird with grace and balance in its form and symbolism. Their long bill features a gentle downward curve with extended beak. The creature suits the task of looking through muddy situations. What did I just say? Like, when you deal with the rain, you also have to deal with the mud. What the frick? Okay. Making it easy for ibis to locate the nourishment they require to ensure survival. Here, the bird symbolizes the ability to bend or remain flexible. Holy smokes, this is all coming to trying conditions and adaptability. Mostly white bird with hints of black towards the back. The ibis colors implies a sense of purity and mystery. Its head is featherless and its neck, both of which move with a noiseless grace and poise. Ibis's quiet movement contributes to its ability to survive. There is powerful magic in silence. Okay, it's teaching me something. Okay, here ibis connotes. I'm usually saying connotates, but connotes using quiet moments of observation, meditation, prayer, or listening to the divine for the betterment of your life. Community is sacred to the ibis. The bird often spends time in colonies of over 300 members. The group includes other birds like spoonbills and heron. It seems ibis is happy to share the space with agreeable companions. So ibis comes to symbolize spending time with like-minded people and enjoying the strength and support of your community. The sense of group mind goes beyond nesting. Ibis often hunts with other birds in a group. Oh my goodness, this is freaking crazy. Anyway, I haven't had one of these like, oh, it's freaking crazy in a long time, so I just gotta. Okay. In parenting, the male and female share in watching over the young for 3 weeks. Their efforts continue with feedings for about a month and a half until the fledglings' flight feathers develop. A sense of cooperation and mutuality resonates in this bird. Oh, yeah, okay. I have to read this because it's important. When an ibis arrives as your spirit animal in your awareness, it means you have some work ahead. Lessons involving communication, discernment, personal development, and trust are on the horizon. Within each of these themes, ibis encourages harmony and staying connected. When you keep yourself in a place of continuous communication with the universe, all you need to accomplish becomes far more obvious, along with the keys of achievement. Ibis will work with you in smoothing over discussions with difficult people, even more so if it's a group. This animal helper is efficient in building a pleasant rapport. It encourages sharing, whether it's items or ideas. Developing a mutual exchange of energy is one of the most powerful lessons stemming from the entrance of the ibis. Okay. They may come to you when you're wrangling with a secret you're keeping or hidden information someone close to you protects. In either case, answers must come forward. It's time to clear away the figurative mud here and face any truth beyond ambiguity. The search for solutions is noble, but you will have to ready yourself to discover things you may not like. If you're experiencing a streak of bad luck, the ibis knows how to turn negative energy around. In all the commotion, there is a spark of hope, something lifting your spirits. When ibis helps you find what inspires your soul, it transforms your perspectives. You develop new eyes to see an opportunity and pursue it to success. In the process of persisting in your goal, the ibis encourages you to develop self-trust. You have good instincts, but you don't always act on your feelings. If you want the perfect moment for manifestation, it begins with the belief in the self. You not only enjoy being around others, but need it. Working in cooperation with a group is where you'll shine the brightest. You'll feed off the energy and ideas in any environment, sparking whole new insights that you can share with others freely. Interesting. Okay, since we're talking about emergence and rebirth or whatever, if the ibis is your birth totem, you love exploring. A static job or relationship never fulfill you. A static job or relationship never fulfills you. Things around you must grow, change, blossom, and flourish. When conditions or relationships don't show progress, like ibis, you move on to other nesting grounds. This totem implies you are someone with wisdom. You seem to have just the right advice for others when they need it most. There is a vibrancy in you that attracts a flock of people. You'll want to remain patient and cautious, however. Your passion for group interaction can bring unsavory elements into your space. Remember, it's your generous nature that may lead to making unnecessary and unhealthy sacrifices when you give off yourself too much. A sense of timing is epic, as is the number of concepts roaming around your mind. Sometimes a plethora of ideas can make you dizzy. Stop and focus on one thing or a harmonious group of things to ensure nothing overwhelms you. Okay, definitely. Call on the ibis when you're desperate to find truth of a situation. Answers that have not been forthcoming only distract you. Ibis energies provide discernment for finding what you seek. Invoke it when you need a group's help in achieving your goal. Their ideas offer insights you might otherwise miss. Listen close to the advice you get before deciding on how to pursue your bliss. Okay, this is an ally when you are struggling to make ends meet and you're tight on money. Remember, ibis's curved beak allows them to find the sustenance they need for survival. So the creature is ideal when you are seeking support as you make it through a financial period. Oh, through a trying financial period, goodness. That's crazy. So there's an Australian ibis symbolic meanings, an Egyptian ibis symbolic meaning. I mean, that's Thoth, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good. This is the eye of Thoth. That's crazy. And I made it. Ah, crazy. Okay. Thoth, and Thoth is on my divine panel. Okay. What's up, Thoth? Is the creator of the written language in artwork. Thoth's depiction showing him having the head of an ibis. Statues of Thoth became votive figures in burial grounds alongside the ibis eggs. In hieroglyphs, the ibis is a sacred creature representing Thoth's attributes, including sagacity. Sagacity? I don't know. I've never heard that word. Communication, writing, understanding the mysteries, and controlling lunar energies. What? When's the next moon movement? The 30th. Ah, that's great. That's actually the second black moon of December. The final. That's insane. There's so much more to. There's a little bit more to here, but that's insane. Holy smokes. Magical. Okay. My divine panel. What do you want to show me, Thoth? What do you want to show me? Okay. I see a horse. A big ass horse. Like the front off to the main. Just some like stop at the bus right here. I think you can maybe see it. Okay, there's the head right there, the mane, but it's clearer when you see it like here. Anyway, it is the primitive version. Now, the closer that I look at it, this is a primitive version, like a cave man drawing of a horse. And what else do you want to say about it? Excuse me. And it has like, you know, the rain right there. And That's interesting. That's funny. They're saying get up on the horse. It's time to go. Yeah, because I could see arms around that. Like it could be hugging the horse, but it's like struggling to get on the horse. That's what it is. Definitely. 100%. Because I see a rainbow right here. This horse, the vehicle to like a sacred opportunity. The horse is going to carry. So there's it looks like a struggle of how to get on the horse. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And shifting it here, I see a male, or maybe an LGBTQ female, kind of like a long nose, thin face, kind of like long bang type of hair kind of energy. They're looking into this. They're also toucan energy. They're looking, scrying into like this water, this, or a plate. It looks like, yeah, like silver, like a silver platter type of plate. They're looking at all the details. They're looking at whatever they can find in its in the inclusions of this of like the water, the plate. Like if they're looking at a lake, they're looking at like its magical beauty of like all of the sentience that lies between it, that is that can be captured by the eye, and those that are more microscopic. There's an understanding of this collective, and there's an admiration for it. So this is kind of King of Pentacles energy, but also the toucan is also coming off like as a lunar thing right behind it. So it's like a backward C if you're looking at it. This type of moon. So I don't know what kind of moon that is. I know that's I think it's waxing moon. So the, like if you're looking at the triple crown goddess, it's the C, like the first one. And there's also a wraith type of energy. It's shifting to another. There's something else. There's a hooded figure here that looks like Harry Potter, like the hooded the wraiths, and the ones that steal your mojo basically. And it's behind this other energetic, this energy that I told you about. And at first they're not aware of it. It seems that they're not aware of it, but it looks like the engaging in certain practices creates a hooded effect where it's mimicking that dark hooded energy. And they are not aware of it as much because they are so engrossed in whatever practice, like the satisfaction from that. They are not 100% aware of what they're engaging in. Like what kind of darkness is really, really, really around them. This is kind of like Grim Reaper, but it's not on your side type of energy. It's by your side, but it's not on your side. That's what that is showing me. This person is also doing candle magic work. It might not be simultaneous. It might not even be like cognitively part of the ritual. It's just like, oh, I just need another light or whatever. It's like they're part of their altar or like off to the side just to provide light, more for practical use. But it's not intentional in an extension of this ritual. However, according to the spiritual effects of this, that candle is an ignition of whatever is happening here. Like yeah, definitely. And there's judgment, there's darkness, and darkness is not on their side, but darkness is a formation also of judgment, because I see like the hooded thing also with a trumpet coming out of it. Out of its like open space here. So there's judgment being called. Like there's a greater powers, like this Grim Reaper type of energy is part of the echelonic divine. I don't know, echelon divine. in reporting like judgment. I almost said justice, but this is en route to it. That's a lot. Okay. So there's this energy has an ability to shapeshift appearances, but their appearances only shapeshift according to what their intentions are. And so they have this ability to be on the verge of turning into like darkness, because the face keeps changing here. But its original form, it's almost like I have their eyes closed, like kind of like that, and it's a profile view. But then they shift out of it. So there's something going on there. Yeah, like whatever they're seeing, they're entranced by. They can either be entranced by it or enamored by it. And between those two, it's like a fine line that that will determine which path this energy takes. And so there's that. Interesting. Okay. Anything else here? You know, when I first got this ball, I was so pissed that I could not find myself to scry it. And so I'm glad that like I just kind of acknowledged that this is a separate entity on its own, especially after being within my possession, within my borrow, let's say, out of respect. I do see large mushroom flats, like kind of like a small garden of mushrooms here. More like portobello mushroom size, but more flat, like a flying saucer type of energy. So there is extraterrestrial type of energy, but it comes from like a dark place as well. Like a world that, you know, flourishes in mushrooms rather than like blooms. So it's desolate in its differentiation of other species. It's rather harsh. So it's dark and it's physical. Like there's not much like sunlight coming through here. But there are rainbows still. So they make it work. Whatever this extraterrestrial form is, but I'm pretty sure because they would not reveal it as such. So it has like this open shell clam type of thing. So there is water on this, wherever this energy is from. Definitely there is water. So my extraterrestrial can, what do you want to say with regards to that? Like, is there anything else you want to show me here from this perspective, or do you want me to pull from the cards? If I don't see things from here, then I'll carry it forward to the cards. There's a Hebrew thing there. It looks almost like pi, where it's like that, and then like little tilde thing. Not tilde, but like a approximation type of sign there. I don't know what that means. I forgot what it means. In fact, I can't see it anymore, but I did see it. I'm gonna have to look that up. In fact, oh, I see bunny ears, like a what do you call it? It could be a hoodie, or a headband with bunny ears. And someone like going like that too. Bunny ears on bunny ears. They're doing bunny ears on themselves, but like doing it backwards instead of forwards. So it's like, I see you like from like this fertility. So this is like the implication of the Empress. Like the Empress always has a bunny like right by her or whatever. I think in the visualization of the card, because it represents fertility, one of the things anyway, mobility and fertility, and like that joyous, buoyancy. So like, do not mistake me for, this is what it's saying, do not mistake me for whatever categorization is of like a bunny. Okay, there's something also dark within. There's like a void on the face, like so this is a playful energy, but there's also some darkness to it. They're saying that I have that, so I see you from front to back, like, as well. I don't know if you can see it. It's like, it's right. Oh no, you can't really see it in there. Okay, forget it. But that's what I'm seeing here. So we got bunny. I was gonna look up something. I forgot. Whatever it was, I'll look it up later. Okay. Extraterrestrial energy, mushrooms. What is it? I don't know, but okay. Okay, my extraterrestrial energies want me to know. Yeah, they're saying I sized it up, like, like I was saying like that. It's kind of like that. That's what I'm showing them. They size that up correctly. There's also someone coming through in the background. It's a traveler with a cape, like moving across the sands of time almost. And then once they hit an area of a portal, it almost like enthralls them with like this liquid energy. You know what it reminds me of? What was it? The image of Rez in her video Sacrificial. Yeah, Sacrificial, where the huge burst of water, like, instead of coming out from him, it's coming onto him from this portal as as he's magnetized and struggling to get to it. So the forces are, there's different forces pulling and pushing type of energy. So there's toil here, and it's interesting. Okay. Okay, there's more to it, but there's a lot to read in here. I'm not gonna like tilt it in every single way, but I do want to know, I'm curious, with basically the Eye of Thoth, reference here, Toucan, Ibis, like, this crazy. It's all coming together. It's so crazy. I'm not used to, like, what is it? It's not that I'm not used to it, but I'm my old norm. I was used to my old norm in receptivity with downloads and messages. And so here, I'm feeling a tap on my shoulder, like right there, kind of like, upper arm anyway, I guess right here, not shoulder, but the Emperor is in reverse here. What the heck? 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so you don't have to show up to this, Tina. This is another version. In total, on deck, you don't have to show up on deck. We know you're there, Tina. Okay, that's what my divine panel is saying. You don't need to show up to, like, you can rest, basically. Dark will meet dark on that. This is crazy. The dark will meet dark. What the frick? That's so weird. It's so weird. Okay, but look, See, I can see. So I don't get any like impression of like a dictator or like, you know, an unruly master here. Being that they're as an individual in this comprehensive, that's me, right? This is, they're saying like dark will meet dark. And so the second half to this is that there is like a huge manipulating type of energetic force here in its dark form, but this is in its the dark form in its light side. This is going through the woods, the attempts to finding the light at the end of the tunnel, um, and creation of your own light amongst such a landscape or environment. So again, reverting back to the landscape, need to know basis, the landscape is artists and forecasters. Page of Swords, look, in reverse. There's something about untruths. This is like getting through the thick of it, right? There's some untruths, so you're managing, like, there's two different kinds of like yuck here. There's that yuck, and so it's going through the forest. Tower moment. Oh my gosh, shiz is going down. So I don't really need to, I don't need to show up to this. What's the causation of this, spirit? This the spotlight. It's all being seen. I've never seen such a back-to-back, like, in your face, in your face. It's kind of it's crazy. What? Like, the Tower card is a very dark moment, okay? Just because it's unfamiliar. So I think you're off in the darkness in your mental scapes, basically, and you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Holy smokes. I'm getting through it. So I think what they're saying is never mind the reason why. Okay, any landscape that you're in, it's going to have some measure of that. Like understanding crime rates. Like if you're a politician, what WTF are you going to say to the people that are your potential voters and your current supporters? Like what are you gonna say, right? When some things are just factual, like scrap energy, scruffy energy is what they're saying. So give me a second. I need to drink some more water. Oh, that's crazy. Thank you, my panels. Okay. Okay, it's splitting to this, whatever. The Star card in reverse and the Magician in reverse. So there's a lot of like competing energies for what I have, and what the heck? Why do I? So like the expression of community is and unity is very, very important here. Not from a politician standpoint, but more like just as the whole package of the human experience. You'd be lucky to die with that, you know? At least have that as one of your main takeaways, the sense of unity. That you're pleased to be invited in such a realm where it's a landscape of opportunity. You just have to find it and not let others shift what that term means in success. Yeah. Okay. So I'll put the 9 of Wands there, and I'm going to put it up until the Sun card there, and just see, like, just wait for it. Just wait, Tina. Everybody's seeing this jizz come out. This is between the Sun card and the Hangman in reverse. That's total enlightenment for sure. And now it's peeking 6 of Cups in reverse and still the Magician in reverse right behind it. Well, not immediately behind it, but the 6 of Cups is... He's like, you're my friend, Tina. Like, this is a package deal here because it's back to back. because both are in reverse. So this is the like the main card of it. This is a sense of awareness. Like you are one of our kin. We're we're gonna keep you away from these like fuckers. Out of that kind of danger. Or keep it from happening. Oh yeah, King of Pentacles, boss energy. Aw, that's sweet. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. This King energy knows about the crystal ball scrying thing. We want to talk about the male, if not LGBTQ female, that plate, because his eyes are looking here, almost like the scrying plate. So there's an element where this boss energy, or what, because it's not a singular identity, but that there may be several. Again, this may be pluralized. That there's certain boss energies that may be like also on the verge here and there, so they can acknowledge that. And once you go through the dark night of the soul, excuse me, once you go through the dark night of the soul, you process that as like kind of it's a sense of expanded self-awareness, and the accomplishment in that realization, to just acknowledging that form. So it's like there's no fool card present here in which you might fall off the cliff, because you know that there's a distance of all the consequence, etc. So in fact, you are your own dog. Basically, you are your own friend in those measures. So this is mediated energy that's coming through and assisting and making sure that I am just cared for, protected. Okay. Anything else that you... Oh, crud. I didn't mean to shuffle it. The Four of Wands, again, looking at the root system and what was peeking out. The Star card in reverse. So yeah, like hope is within. It's like it's deep down, like almost like to the very end, like you have so much embedded hope, Tina. Like your North Star is basically your solar plexus region. The top of the deck is Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you are very much an opportunity, is what they're saying. So I'm gonna pick up whatever's down there. So give me a second. I don't know what's behind me, so it's okay. Okie got it all. The Fool card, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot, and the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Cups. You know what that was? That was a well-played diversion. This is a well-played escape. That is insane. All of those cards in that sequence all face like down, like, so I could not see whatever. It's kind of like mangled a little bit, but it was all the same. It was easy to pick up. So this is this is an escape route. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. But in the keeping quiet part of it, like there's still a lot left to the imagination here, but I've got the wheel, and basically I'm being escorted and led out into a place that's just, oh my, somebody's trying to do something to my heart chakra. No more. That's crazy. This is so good. Holy smokes. Yeah, for sure. That is insane. That is crazy. That's got to be pluralized right there. Okay, now bottom of the deck. Yeah, we already saw it. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think this is, oh my gosh, 73 minutes? Have I been doing this for 70? Oh my god. Okay. I already picked the top, didn't I? I shuffled. Didn't I shuffle? It's still the Four of Wands in reverse. Looking at your roots. Okay. Am I missing something, my divine panel? Because you keep talking about the roots. It makes me feel like I'm not taking it personal, but I like am I missing something? Or is it more like I haven't, it's not missing something in that I overlooked something, but I'm missing something in that, wait, there's more. I think the missing part of it was that I did not carry over my past environmental teachings to my current environment in its immediacy. And when you're at this level, you have to make it like snappy, if not like faster than you can hear the snap. The snap like is in your head, and so there's no physicality of it in order to validate its existence and prompt. So 100% that's what they're saying, but that's the only thing that I missed, and you know, in that portion that I should have known. So the wait, that's more, I feel like I have to get one card out of that for clarifying. Six of Wands. They said because you were able to do that, like they're saying that I'm a very, very, very fast learner. What is it? A quick study? A good study? A quick study, I think. So because I learned it that quickly in capturing that, it ensures victory in the, but wait, there's more to learn. You like, no, you've already learned it. You just have to go through like the mechanics of it. Yeah. Like you see this proposition of hurdles on this raceway, right? And so it's like, oh God, okay, so like I have to train, I have to condition, I have to do this. Like, no, you just have to get through it. You already know the stuff, Tina. Just complete it. That is it. That is all. Just consider it done because you know how to do it. You are responsive to the prompts. You can digest the material just as quick as attaining like access to it. Or attaining it, so your access is very like, it's very much intertwined also like in your DNA, like it's there, you're there, it's there, we're good. Okay, all right, so my three take, oh wait, let's get one card for my helpers. Okay, they wanted all of those. Okay, Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon card, Six of Swords, Ten of Cups, and Strength. Holy smokes, you are doing great. You're doing great. It may not feel like it right now. I will not. It's a complex situation that requires added thought. Veering on the realm of speculation, because when you're in the spiritual realm and at this level, there's no such thing as speculation. This is you are correct in deciphering within its complexities. So there's something being processed right now. It's like a loading time right there. You see this, just think about that right there. Okay. And there's a prophesization, like a manifestation that's coming through with the wolves. That is again leading, what is it? Again, being escorted. Like you can find your way out of here, Tina. We'll handle this kind of energy. But there's a leading to a safe way, not just a safe way, like a safe house. This is, or I think a safe house is actually like a place of like drugs and, shady activities. But like it's leading me like to not just someplace that's better, but this is extraordinarily better. And it's not just me. It's like, this is the meetup. This is the meetup. This is a meetup. Holy smokes. It's like, it's Mecca? What is Mecca? Hold on. I have not heard that word in a while. Where's the phone? Okay. It's like, dude, I don't know. What's Mecca? What does Mecca mean? That's the first question that popped up here. A place regarded as a center for a specified group, activity, or interest. Yeah, kind of like Colosseum type of energy. Mecca, Islam pilgrimage, Saudi Arabia, map of Medina. Something dropped. So something, okay. Mecca is the city of Saudi Arabia. and the site of the holiest place in Islam. When I was reading Islam, that you just heard whatever shifted. I don't know what the heck dropped over there, but to which all devout and able Muslims must visit on when? This is from the wait, are you? Okay. What did I just read there? Okay. I don't know where it started off on there, but it's the holiest of Muslim cities. Turn 5 times daily in prayer. All devout and able Muslims attempt a Hajj pilgrim, which is a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in their lifetime because it is sacred. Only Muslims are allowed to enter the city. Interesting. I've never like studied any of that stuff, but this is definitely a meetup point. Almost sacred city. What the frick? That's crazy. This is really, really good. It's really, really good. Yeah, like the lion is laying on a bed of roses. Well, like, you know, it's kind of like pageant style almost. This lady's wearing a necklace, 6, 7, 8 of pentacles. She put in the work and therefore she gets to reap it. Whatever, like, the balance is here. This is a balanced energy. That's crazy good. Okay, what the okay. Okay, it's a little bright. Let's close that. Okay, so my helpers are like the group justice basically. They're utilizing their contacts. And I'm not supposed to say anything more. I'm not. Okay. So my first takeaway is 7 of Wands in reverse. Again, this is a highlight of you, Tina, your inputs, but this is also a little bit of a humbling because it's a different scenario. You're humbled by your human condition, Tina, embodied in, like, what is it? You're humbled by this big ass spirit energy within, like, your human condition form. And so there are no particular bindings on you, Tina, but rather an understanding of different worlds that you're in. Like, how do I say it? Conceptually speaking, this is being challenged by you're the best of the best, Tina, in this field here. That's what it's showing me, because these are also victorious. These are representatives like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is like they're divided because they're each for their own. They've decided to create sides within their own like grouping, which is kind of like, what is it? It's kind of like, what is it? Black on black violence type. It's kind of like that type of energy. They have decided to create a separation because of greed, and these are previous victors, and so they're isolating and trying to like challenge you, Tina. But this is only validation. Oh, you know why? Because I have the most, you know, flowers on my most like mostly flourish there. So 3, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 flowers that are blooming here that are visible, which heavily exceeds the blooms that are existing on the 6 wands that are there. There's 5 5 flowers in total, 3 and then a 2 on one. So even within the sum of this grouping that are trying to come at you, that were previous victors, they hold no, there's, my divine panel is saying, I'm hearing immunity, like I'm immune to any like, what is it, they don't hold a light, you know. And this is not like who's better than who type of energy. That's not what I'm bringing. That's what they're bringing. That's their inquiry. That's them as a querent, whether individual or within their group. So let's get a clarifying card for that. My divine panel. It's been 2 Justice and Page of Wands. Look at that. Like, look at that. Holler at me, and I did. And like, there's nothing to be alarmed about here, Tina. You do as you're doing, and as you are challenged with these attempts, well, we'll say pop quizzed by these attempts, because this is child's play. This type of greed is like, well, I don't want to share my choice. It's not even that. This is very like, that's bratty type of energy. Like they're used to getting their way 100%. And notice how I said previous victors in that. Yeah, 100%. All right, so there's that. That's my first takeaway. Second takeaway for me is Eight of Swords. It's a repetition here. Again, Mecca or something. There's something about across the seas. Something's in the water. Something. Loch Ness. Something's in the water. King of Wands in reverse right there. With the Four of Wands again right here. So, again, looking at the root structure, once you have these connections, as the King of Wands does as a charmer, there's a connection to these here. So if there's something like, in your new identity, Tina, you should have another look at your roots. It's not like just a double check out of like fear or uncertainty if like the health of the soil, the landscape is all good and stuff. Like that's just a default like it's not a primary like intention there. I don't know why it's hard to find the words right now, but it's I don't think it requires words here. So I think I'm just it's a what do you call it? It's kind of like an after the fact, like, oh wow, surprise, nice to have. But okay, so the primary intention in looking at the roots is like you may be surprised at how much you've grown. A youngling to like this big player that is not so like you haven't lost your sense of personal. This is about not losing your sense of like where you came from, how you've built yourself up, the actual growth that has occurred within the underground, within the soil. So the landscape and forecasting, it's artist and forecasting. Okay. Interesting. So they're saying in total 5 of Wands here is an elevated platform with this 5th wand being from the King as a player. and all wands are in reversal. So once you are able to look at your roots and drive back to like where you came from and noticing your developments, etc., it mediates the possibilities of 5 of wands within your own vicinity, Tina, which means that you will not have any qualms in how you represent yourself in these interactions. So this is actually very, very good. Okay, so as far as staying put here, it's like do not change your stance here. Let people size you up however they're going to size you up to be. That is their downfall. 100%. Because like on a those fairy sticks, like like the young, like, what is it, kids wands, and they have the ribbons or whatever on it. They're saying that I am basically almost like an ace of wand amongst the swords. You see with that, lingering, like, I forget what you call it, not confetti, it's like streamers basically. It's lavender coloring. I don't know what that symbolically represents, but it's I would say, okay, anything that is light in its pastel color is like a highlighter for the divine. Okay, so in its frequencies, that's high vibrating. So being that this is purple, this is intuitive bodies. I think this is the third eye chakra type of energy, embodied within the Ace of Wands, like you're magical, Tina. You are absolutely magical in the expression of your spirit, within, like, encased within the intuitive bodies, even when you're like in close proximity to large bodies of water, large pools of sentience. 100%. They're dressed as the same colors as the florals on this picture. The only florals in this picture. So there's a castle right behind her, this form of Mecca, which is something about the tower moment, expression of leaving it behind, or it's on the other side of the lake. So okay, so I'm gonna put that there. So here, okay, so Temperance is in reverse right after the Four of Wands. Yeah, this is about this is more so about being surprised at the growth, looking at the root structure after being highly successful in bondings of relationships. So then, yeah, you stay put with the way, you see yourself and the way you do yourself, the way you do. How you do and what you do, you stay put, Tina. That's my second takeaway. My third takeaway is Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's saying that there's entry fees. But the primary, within like the quiet realm of, and divination, they were telling me it's more so, like, being objective in, like, give your garden some space, basically. That's the Nine of Pentacles. So there's something about giving it space. Like, do not judge it by what it looks like right now, because it's also an expression of the environment as well, its own environment within its intimate form. Tis a reason for the season, so do not judge it based on what the season looks like right now. You are MVP and you are like quarantined to, ease up on it. Okay, that's what they're saying. All right, let me just get a clarifier for that. My divine panel says the World card in reverse. Yeah, things are still processing. This is a cycle. because essentially that's the 10th pentacle that finishes it. 21 and 9, of course, is 30, down to 3. Some abundance is to follow. Resolutions and real solutions. The third time I've seen the eagle today. Goodness gracious. First time was on my feed. Second time was exact same type of eagle was on that episode that I just watched last night. Merry Christmas. And then this is the third time. I want to get since they're calling in 3s, I'll do one more card on that. King of Swords. As a matter of fact, shish kebab. The major shish kebab energy. Like, I will fit all 10 pentacles on this sword right here. Matter of fact. That's insane. Okay, I think that's it for now. That's a lot. Holy smokes. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. Blessings be. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. My divine panels, my helpers. Thank you. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, passions, from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, and or any variation of the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for refortification in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Now, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with the sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading. Now.